this is a lovely looking room. Thank you so much for coming.
Wow.
To see this lovely man here.
Thank you, Alexa. Lovely girl.
Okay, so the theme of today's talk, Olivier, is fashion, parties, and all-out glamour.
Okay.
Things that you're very, very good at. Did you grow up in a glamorous household?
Yes, I think glamour has always been part of my life. Like my grandma, you know, like I come from like a really French culture, so fashion always been part of my family and above all my grandparents. You know, my grandma, like old purses, vintage. You know, the old perfumes. I mean, I always have like this culture of fashion in my house. So, yeah.
And was that kind of, like your grandma, for example, is that someone that inspired you to become a designer? What first sparked your interest in fashion?
I wanted to work in fashion, I think, because I come from, you know, an orphanage, and I don't know my parents, you know, so I thought that maybe like creating clothes, in a way, like it's finding like an identity. Mm-hmm. So I always thought that fashion was a really strong point to actually define someone and help, you know.
So what was the trajectory? How did you go from being at home, dreaming in your bedroom, making these amazing sketches, to suddenly, you know, taking over the helm at a massive house, aged just 25? How did you do it?
You know, I don't know. I just believe
Everyone in here is like, yeah, how did you do that? 'Cause I'm quite up for that myself.
I don't remember now.
I wouldn't mind hanging out with Kim Kardashian.
Coupé.
Coupé, fermez la bouche.
No, I mean, I think, you know, I always thought that my dream can come true. You know, I always thought that push your boundaries, don't hesitate, don't be afraid, just believe in you, and it's a really nice way when you believe in you to actually sell yourself to people and to actually enjoy, and people can actually like you, and so I think, like, for me, I mean, I don't remember exactly when I wanted to become a designer, but I remember that I wanted to express my art with the clothes.
So what were the first steps, though, towards becoming one? Like, you know, is it signing up for school? Was it...
I never really believed in the school, actually.
Really?
I have to say.
You
Sorry.
heard it here first, guys.
Sorry.
What? Education, not for me.
No, I mean, I think everybody has different way of doing his story. Me, I was really like trying to learn from my teachers, but at one point I decided to actually go and work in Italy, you know, to Italy. So I learned a lot. I think I wanted to move, I wanted to see a different country. Mm-hmm. So I decided in this way to actually start fashion.
And was that Roberto Cavalli?
Yes.
What was it like working there? You were saying that, I read an interview where you said you were kind of spoiled in a way because things were so fast and you could get things done really quickly.
Yeah, I thought that it was really, really interesting for me to learn like the business part. You know, when you work in Italy, you understand that it's a big empire, so you have to work a lot, and everything goes really quick. Print, embroideries, technique, details, like you get everything really fast. And actually you also know that you need to sell a lot. So There's also a lot of marketing and merchandising. You learn a lot from the business. So I think it was a really good experience for me.
Are you fluent in Italian?
Certo. Vogliamo parlare così tutta la serata?
Ah, bene.
Ma che cavolo?
Blood dosa, ma
E la pasta, dov'è?
Yeah. Do you read reviews of your shows, and do they resonate with you?
I did. I'm doing less and less. I would rather to read my Instagram comments sometimes. Like sometimes fashion is a mafia, you know, so you don't know exactly why they're not gonna like your show. Instead of like Instagrammers, like followers, they're just gonna, in a way, speak with their heart. Mm-hmm. Instead of trying to analyze really, really hard, and maybe they don't like the person, you know, like, I don't know, like I feel like sometimes it's better.
Instagram might be biased because presumably if they're already following you, they're fans of your
No,
work.
It's not true, because I think in a way like they expect something from you. They can also tell you when they are disappointed. You know,
right.
It's kind of a relationship where people is true to yourself and say, okay, I like this show. Oh, I didn't like this show. Stop selfies and starts to sketch. Like I got so many haters also, But you know what? I enjoy it because I feel like there's something fresh. There's like a lot of young people also that comments, and sometimes I feel I need this youth to actually create.
I read another quote where you said that you think that women are stronger than men.
Yes, I still believe it.
How so?
I think, I saw a couple of my parents also. Like my mom has the balls, and so I think she still have. I just love women. I think it's Wonder Woman, and I think today you can feel in music, in fashion, in so many ways, like woman has a really strong perspective.
Yeah. You work a lot with one of my favorite women. I'm a massive Rihanna fan.
Yes.
I just think she's very, very cool. What do you love about her, and how did you get to know her?
It came really naturally. She was in Paris, and once she said me thank you because I sent her a present that she said me thank you on my Instagram with all the comments, and I thought it was really pretty to read comments from Rihanna saying me thank you on Instagram with like other 100 comments. So I was like, oh, that's cute. And she came to Paris, and she came to my studio, and she embraced my word, my fashion. And so we spent like an entire day with the music, dancing with my clothes, and I really saw her soul, and I loved it. I loved her before as a singer, and today I can say that I love her as a woman that I know and as a friend. And she taught me a lot, like believe in you, be careful with the success, make sure that you trust in the right people. At the same time, as an icon and inspiration, I think she's like the new Madonna, she's like for me, the new Prince, the new David Bowie, the new Michael Jackson. You know what I love about these pop stars when it was 90s or 80s, because they mix menswear and womenswear.
Yeah.
And they did pretty well. And I think Rihanna is the same way now.
Yeah.
She's doing this mix between menswear and womenswear and make it this power. And I think it's great for fashion to actually see those mix.
Who else do you like to see wearing your clothes?
So many. I love, obviously, all my girls like Jordan Dunn, Rosie, Alessandra, Adriana, Joan. I love Kim. A lot of girls.
And do they have something in common? Is there a quality that makes them a Balmain woman for
yes, they have confidence.
Right.
You know what I love about my casting and my girls is that they're also all different. Some are moms, like for example, Alessandra Ambrosio, Adriana. Some are really young, like Binks. Some are like Rosie, like, British and super perfect. And Jordan is different also. I mean... And they all have this strength, they have this confidence, they have this attitude, they are daring, they are strong women.
Do you have a uniform that you wear? Because often designers, they don't want to think about what they're wearing because they're having to think about clothes for the rest of the day. Do you have something that you constantly put on?
Yeah, a jacket.
Right.
And an underwear, is it okay?
Are you wearing underwear? That makes one of us.
Secret.
But what does your wardrobe look like? Is it perfectly immaculately
Yes,
put together?
I mean, there is like all this gold thing and all those embroideries, and I'm like, I want to wear it, and I'm usually like, I'm not. And there's always my jacket, because if I wear my jogging pants, if I wear my sneakers, I always have my jacket. It just helps the uniform.
Yeah. Is your approach, obviously you're doing menswear as well. How is your approach different? Obviously,
completely different.
Yeah.
I love it. I think the menswear is literally like doing my wardrobe. Like, it's literally like sketching, I would like to have that in a month, so let's sketch it. And that's it. Like the
so
menswear.
It's more selfish.
Yes,
you're designing
it's completely
for you.
selfish. Whereas the womenswear is like a fantasy.
Yeah.
It's a fantasy of the girl that you would like to have, a fantasy that if you were a girl, it's like a lot of things. It's like a big, big world. And I don't know, I think I obviously love doing menswear because it's exactly what I'm gonna wear. But where the womenswear I'm inspired by women, the menswear I'm inspired by myself, so.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever see anyone on the street that's wearing it wrong? Where you feel like going over and being like, thank you, and
sorry,
yes,
can you change
but
it?
also...
I think, it's not, when you can wear wrong anything. You can also wear wrong a bodycon dress, you can wear wrong an oversized beige coat. It depends on how you feel good in it.
Right.
And I think it's the attitude. You can be super minimal and actually being completely vulgar. I feel like I'm never judging people how they dress. And actually sometimes I like to have people around me that don't know how to dress.
Why?
Because I feel like I have something to teach.
What's the best party you've ever been to?
I think mine. I think the last...
Who do you have your eye on next? Is there anyone that you'd like to try and bring into your world?
I was really into celebrities for a moment. obviously because they're my friend, I couldn't have celebrities that wear Balmain if I don't like the person, literally. To do the fitting and spending 3-4 hours, I need to love the person. I think, you know what I want to do now is bringing back top models. Because it's something that we are missing in fashion, I feel, is that, you know, the beautiful girl, the inspiration, the girl that you're going to see on the catwalk and you're going to be like, I'm inspired by her. You know, like I miss the 90s top model. Like, why don't we have any more like Claudia, Naomi, Linda, you know? I think also fashion went more for celebrities at one point because they realized that we hide so much the girls, like there is not anymore like strong girls like before. And, you know, the new faces, after 3 months, you don't know who they are, you know? So I think that's my next challenge, is making sure that top models are back.
Yeah. Well, there's Carly Kloss and lots of...
Yes, but you see how it's interesting, Carly Kloss, because she's really into a pop culture. You can see her on TV.
Yeah.
She's different. She's doing obviously like different shows, but at the same time she's like close to singers. She's part of the pop culture. I think it's how it was models before. You know, remember like old campaigns like. I don't know, I think it was
Versace,
Versace, Elton John with Kristen McManamy or something like that. You know, you feel like that was the connection with the pop culture that always helped, I think, fashion to actually grow and make it to the next level. And I think we're going to go back to that.
Do you keep in touch with popular culture and what's going on?
The thing is that I'm young, so the reality is that I kind of enjoy watching MTV when I brush my teeth, or like, you know, like going to run with like my headphones. Like, I just love music. I love I'm into the young culture, obviously. Like, with my Instagram, you know, when someone likes a picture, I'm going to find out what kind of picture it is, what is the new album, Spotify, iTunes, like, you know, I'm just connected. So stay connected.
Do you ever worry that as you get older that you'll naturally kind of lose touch with what's going on? Or are you hoping to remain young forever?
No, I don't think I'm going to be young forever. I'm just going to grow up I'm going to just be who I'm going to be. I mean, I'm not looking for youth, you know, I'm looking for staying true to myself.
But I think that's what's so good about your brand and the way it does have a presence on social media and that sort of thing. You don't feel like someone's got a consultant in to tell you how to use Twitter or something. How was that shoot? How was that campaign shoot to do? I love that one where they're all like...
I think it was the funniest campaign because you get like all the bombshells that all my friends, they all arrived. I wanted this metro station and car crash, like just like, you know, those girls in a really different situation. And so they all arrived feeling so amazing, you know, because when you are Balmain, you feel like rich and expensive and strong and everything. So I was like doing the bombshell, and at one point Mario Sorrenti started to say, and if you start to fight, let's start a battle. And the girl was like, are you kidding me? And they were like, no, let's start. And so you could see all the girls out there react. You could see who had really had real
really
fight.
Do it, yeah.
Who not. I have to say, I think Rosie had never had a fight.
One journalist wrote that if Paris is a party, Olivier has the key.
Yes.
It's a great quote, isn't it?
Yes, I think...
Where have you hidden it? We want to get in.
I'm hiding my keys, but everybody is welcome to my party. Yes, I mean, he said that 4 years ago when I started because it was like this, it felt like I was a little prince, you know, like the one that actually gone open the door of Paris and, you know, doing my own Versailles. And I think is what I built like for 4 years. Like, you know, I built this castle and like partying, dreaming, and it's like a fantasy, you know, and I have the keys for that.
Do you look to other cities and other countries for inspiration? Like, what do you think about British style? Bearing in mind we're in London.
I think British style is super cool and super modern and daring way more than Paris, for example.
Really?
Yes. I feel like London, for example, I'm really, really inspired by London. More than my own city sometimes.
Me too. I mean, I live in New York, but when I come back to London, there is such a difference when you just see everyone on the street, whoever it is, everyone's kind of just a bit more eccentric or willing to try different things.
You feel they have less boundaries than in, for example, in Paris, you know? So I think it's really interesting to come to London, to New York, LA, like I love being Brazil, like different culture, Asia. It just matter of like your culture, but I mean, everywhere it's interesting, just need to grab the right thing. Wait.
Oh my God, she's got a stick!
You have to see it. Wait, sorry. If you're all here,
Yeah, so
you need to learn the trick of Instagram.
Okay, so what we're going to do, everyone get your phones out. I think Olivier is going to talk us through how to do the perfect selfie pose.
So you take your phone.
Okay.
Obviously, you have to suck your cheek. So at this point, I can't speak anymore.
Okay.
And this side is always better.
Left side.
This is my side.
Is everyone doing a selfie? We're going to do a group pose together.
That's going to be my best selfie ever.
What's the hashtag going to be? Oh, yeah! The cheek suck is unbelievable from this angle.